Was 27 years old and tried to label her as an 18-year-old. I was not with an 18-year-old.
Why is, if the child support is set up and probably no direct visitation is set up, why are you still going out of your way to talk about this person's on the internet publicly?
Bullshit ass narratives like that, don't even believe it, bro.
How you put it, no matter what you say, I am the nigga that wins at the end of the fucking day. I need, bro.
What the fuck am I watching? This is a crazy image. Yo. Alright, bro. Alright. There's been speculation. Hold on, let me cut this down a little bit just in case it's a little too loud. Hopefully it's not. There's been speculation for the past month about LowtierGod grooming a 17-year-old girl. Huh? Okay. These rumors started in the troll community and during Tales of Dale's interview with Dale's baby mama. Okay, so here's my thing, right? I feel like the thing about LTG that kind of throws me off is he has a community of people that are dedicated to finding a lot of information about him, which if it was any other content creator, niggas would definitely be getting like the people doing this would definitely be getting crazily ratioed, disrespected, told to take their own lives, all kinds of crazy stuff by different communities. But because it's LTG's because it's like people who don't like LTG and apparently LTG's done a lot of bad things, I gotta go and investigate. Look, I'm out of the loop. I'm an old man. I don't keep up with these things. But hey, like if he's actually out here touching on minors, I don't know. But apparently he's got a baby mama. I've never heard about him having a kid. I want to know, what about this woman claiming to be his baby mama pops out? And like on top of that, I want to like this is my problem, right? I feel like this information should have came out over years, right? But like this information is coming out relatively recently, maybe like the last year. And what happened in like the last couple years? LTG blew up. His clip from talking about taking people, they should take their own life, blew up. And now he was doing stuff with Kai Cenat. He was doing stuff with Gideon. He was doing stuff with like Pat God. Like all these people. He was on the what's that podcast called with Adam 22? He was on that. So I feel like waiting until he gets that level of notoriety to start claiming you're his baby mama is kind of weird, where it was more easily accessible when he was a smaller content creator to speak out about this stuff. That's just me though. I don't know. Dale's new ROG abode? Oh, ROG abode. I get what he's saying. Is close to a high school. His house. They're trying to say his house. Is close to a high school, all inside of Palmdale. He has also claimed that he would date an 18-year-old no matter his current age. Here's my thing. And so I think this is kind of a problem when it comes to people who make videos like this, is me trying to be neutral and have common sense comes off as me defending him and being his fan. And it's like, no, let's like use common sense and logic here, right? While that is kind of weird, it's not the grounds for, it's not evidence for you being into children, right? Leonardo DiCaprio, I think who is his girlfriend? Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend is 26, about to be 27. To my understanding, this nigga is like in his 50s damn near or something like that. So double his age. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just something. Apparently, like I don't know, right? Then I know about the Jalen, or not the. Let's talk about like Anthony Edwards, right? Whoever this is, Joey, whoever this girl is right here. I think that's who it is. Age. Let's do her age. Yeah, she's 38 and he's like 23, right? I mean, same with like Jalen Green. Jalen Green's baby mama. I think she's in her 40s and he's like 20. She's 39 and he's 22. Like a 17-year age gap. That means he was born when she was 17. So like I don't like utilizing that as like a oh, he definitely likes kids because he said he would date an 18-year-old in Matter's age. It's kind of weird. Don't get me wrong. I've always thought that was kind of weird. But we can't act like it's grounds for he's a pedo. You know what I'm saying?
I'll never be a nigga that dates a bitch around the same age as me. Bitches that are around my age have fucked up skin. They got too many kids. They're like old heads. They want to get married quickly. Like, that's just not my style. No man should ever date a bitch older or date a bitch the same age.
Okay, one thing about this nigga, he got crappy takes. That nigga just got some crappy takes. I'm gonna let him cook though.
You should never do that. Unless you're like 18 or something like that, then you don't have a choice. But once you get to like your mid-20s and shit, why are you dating a bitch the exact same age as you? Always get somebody younger. Somebody that's more fresh. Somebody that's newer. Because once chicks start getting around 24, 25, they got wrinkles on their forehead. They got crow's feet. They start getting bags under their fucking eyes. Like all types of shit.
Yeah, see, I think this is a preference. Like, I'm 26. I think the youngest I would date is 20. But that's just like me. I think it's a preference though, right? Like, if you're an adult, like, I don't know if I'd even date a 20-year-old just because that mental difference. It'll almost feel like I'm raising a child because they're college age. But that's just me, bro. Like, I know college age niggas are annoying, but that's just me.
Younger does not always equal less smashed. Trust me.
That could be taken out of context. I think he's saying, like, if someone was like 20, that doesn't mean they're not as smashed out as like a 29-year-old.
Yeah, younger does not always equal less smashed. Nigga, I can be 60 years old. If I could land an 18-year-old chick, why not? I'm gonna be on some Mel Gibson shit.
These niggas got that shit looking like a ghost video, by the way. That look like some shit, like they're trying to, like, this shit right here with the music, the Zelda music in the background, feels like some shit that sounds like a ghost video. Cause she walks through. That shit looks creepy as fuck. It also confirmed that this girl currently lives with Dale. Okay, so let's stop right there, okay? If she's 17 and she lives with this guy, then realistically she should be of age, right? Realistically, she should be of age. Because I'm not letting, as a parent, I'm not letting a 17-year-old live with someone else when they're still in high school. That's just me, though. Here is Dale's baby mother confirming that she exists and her being on the younger side. Okay, I'm gonna say alleged baby mama because, like, it's the internet. We'll never know the truth. So I don't like when niggas like I feel like there's a lot of speculation and niggas just assume based off the speculation that it's got to be true because they think this guy's a piece of crap. If I'm a terrible person, like let's break it down psychology, right? If I'm a terrible person and like I do stuff on the internet that appears to be terrible, like I curse people out, this, that, and a third, it makes it easier for me to be believed as a piece of crap IRL. Meaning, like, if I get caught up on some, he's a pedo. If I get caught up on some, he abuses his girlfriend. If I get caught up on any of that stuff, it will sound more likely just because you see me on stream and you see me like being a dickhead. You see me on YouTube, you see me being a dickhead. So I feel like if you took some allegations and threw them at Corey Kenshin, it would be like, that don't even make sense. That's not what Corey Kenshin does. You see, it's weird for me, right?
I know he was with the little girl at the gym. I know. I can read between the lines.
So, when I saw her, I'm going to be honest, I couldn't really tell what age she was, to be honest. She's on the younger side for sure. Absolutely on the younger side. So it is true that he does have a female. She has glasses, and she's either my height or she's a little bit shorter, or maybe even a little bit taller. I'll give her that. But when I went to go up to them, I actually spoke to her. I didn't speak to him.
Okay, I just want to point this out here, right? This is an example of what I'm talking about, right? If a person goes up to speak to, or okay, so from what I'm understanding is she saw these guys in public. Apparently, she saw LTG and his alleged young girlfriend in public, and walked up and talked to the girlfriend without talking to LTG. If something like this happened to another YouTuber, another streamer, this would be considered stalking. But we're gonna continue on, right? Like I hate to put it like that, but it's true. It's true. So it sounds like she walked up to a stranger that was dating someone who apparently she used to date, and started talking to her. That's stalk. And this guy's a public figurehead on the internet. That's stalking. Respectfully, I'm just calling a spade a spade. Don't get mad at me.
If I'm really wishing that like I had something better to say, like I was more prepared, because everything was just on the fly, right? I wish I was more prepared. I would have said a little bit more, but I was just being brief, and I just told her, I said, hey, you know he has a kid, right?
My baby mama wouldn't do something like this, right? Like I have a woman I used to be married to that has my kids, and I have a girlfriend. Normal people don't walk up to my girlfriend and say, you know he has a kid, right? That's just me, though. Like, I'm not, listen, I'm not trying to paint this person out as a clout chaser. I'm not trying to paint this out as anything. They could very much well be the mom of his child. But I feel like the way you're going about it is kind of weird, right? Allegedly, this guy pays child support. So if he allegedly pays child support and he doesn't want to be in his child's life, why are you still coming after him? It's weird to me, right? Like, even let's say all this is weird, right? Or let's say all this is real. Boom, he's got a child. He's got a child. He has a baby mama, and apparently he pays child support on it. Why are you, as the baby mama, walking up on his girlfriend to tell the girlfriend information about him? That's none of your business. It really isn't. Whether or not the girl is a minor or not, okay, we'll get into that. But it's none of, if he pays child support and openly states he doesn't want to do anything with the kid, why are you harassing him? Mind you, by the way, let's go back to the Anthony Edwards situation, because I'm using real life shit for real life interactions. This isn't me trying to protect LTG or nothing like that. This is me using facts from another party, from another person who may be having the same, roughly the same situation, where he has a kid with someone, says he doesn't want to be the father of that child, and then proceeds to sue that person for harassing him after he's already chosen to pay child support. Aisha and I have a minor child together, and then gave the name. Paternity was recently established through DNA test. I am not seeking custody or visitation. Therefore, the only issues to be resolved are financial in nature, right? So we're talking about Anthony Edwards, who, NBA player, by the way, if you didn't know. Anthony Edwards saying he doesn't want to be in that child's life. So the only thing to be situated here is we're gonna talk about the financial aspect of it. In LTG's case, the financial aspect has already been taken care of, allegedly, so he's paying child support. So if the child support is set up and probably no direct visitation is set up, why are you still going out of your way to talk about this person's on the internet publicly, and then proceeding to go find or run into him, allegedly find his significant other, and then go and tell his significant other, like, he has a kid, you know? That's kind of fucked. That's harassment first degree, right? If she is a minor, all right, that's a whole different subject. that nigga need to go to jail for sure. But admitting to harassing a man on the internet and going to wherever he is, walking up to his girlfriend without his consent and telling his girlfriend information is kind of fucking nutty. Because you have no business as a baby mama getting paid child support to have any say on what that man is doing or who that man is dating. But once again, because everyone hates LTG, they let it get away. Like they just let it. They don't look at that and go, oh shit, this woman's a stalker. Oh shit, this woman's this and that. And don't get me wrong, I don't like the idea of a man not taking care of his child. I think that shit is gross. I think that shit is downright stupid. I think as a man, you need to step up and take care of your children. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have 2 children whom I love, who I go out and I see consistently, and I try to establish rapport with my ex-wife, regardless of our situation. You feel me? So I understand as a married person, or as a person who has kids, I think it's fucked if you're not man enough to step up and take care of your children. But legally speaking, that is not illegal. Legally speaking, you already set up something for your children. Legally speaking, you're paying someone for the children. So legally speaking, what he's doing is not a problem. What you're doing is you're stalking somebody. Yeah, the coverage of the case of the unnecessary public scrutiny, undue invasion of privacy, and harm to the minor child. Which is the case, by the way, because apparently niggas are, like, this is Anthony Edwards saying about his situation because the lady took it to the internet. Unnecessary public scrutiny, undue invasion of privacy, and harm to the minor child. I need you to understand something about this community. They have uncovered a picture of that little girl and have put it all over the internet. Some niggas have put it as their YouTube profile picture of a little girl. Like, even if whether it's his daughter or not, that's harm to the minor child. At the very least, fuck the first 2, fuck the scrutiny, fuck the invasion of privacy. Let's talk about the fact that you niggas, these weird niggas on the internet, are harming a minor child. There is no world where it's acceptable to have your profile picture be a picture of a 10-year-old unironically. That's fucking weird. The lawyer argued public access to those records was invited unwanted interference from general online commentators, social media users, resulted in harassment, doxing, malicious speculation that has impacted the parties in their ability to focus on their career and their children. These are really similar to kind of what's going on. Like, this is someone with millions of dollars saying this is happening, and this is their lawyer's argument, right? This is someone on the internet who people don't like. Their cases are eerily similar. The only difference is this nigga's not lawyering up.
Like I said, I can't confirm her age, but I can confirm that she does exist. She is Latina. She's short. She's got glasses.
So this is a clear sign of somebody backtracking because she's realizing that she's alleging that the person she's talking to or the person she's talking about is dating a kid. After hearing everything that guy is saying about, damn, you over here talking to a child, she starts backtracking to try to retract it to not make it look as bad. You know what I'm saying? But this is like, it's clear. Like, it's a situation where you're speaking from a place of hurt, and now it's turning into a place of legalities, and you're trying to backtrack it because you didn't want it to get to the place of legalities. But, you know.
Did he say anything to you when you approached her?
No. Because I came up to them. I talked to her, said what I said, and then I started to walk away. And I'm pretty sure he saw me, and then he did that like spin around thing where he's like, oh no, probably in his head. Because he didn't hear what I told her.
So that's a thing, right? Like, let me finish here.
So as I'm walking away, I see him like go up to her, and he's like, who was that? What did she say? Like, he was like shouting at her.
Okay, I do want to point out this is something that's kind of normal. If someone randomly walks up to my girlfriend, says a little something, and then walks away while my girlfriend is laughing, I would assume, and I'm imagining the reaction. Like, okay, let's like break it down, right? You're wherever you are with your girl. Someone walks up to your girlfriend, says something to you, and apparently came off somewhat aggressive, and then just walks away. Right? Like, I'm going to have some type of negative response. What did she say to you? Why was she aggressive to you? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, then as men, you're gonna appear to be a little more intimidating. As a somewhat built black person, like anyone, I've been I've been profiled that way many a times. I was a Marine, so I was a big black dude. I mean, I'm still a big black dude. So if I'm talking to someone, like I still scare my girlfriend just by looking at her sometimes, because sometimes my face just looks like I'm mad. I would probably react somewhat the same way, you know, impartially speaking, right? And I'm going to attack this from the perspective of the woman in a little bit, but I'm just letting you guys know from any other person's perspective who wouldn't know anything about either one of these parties, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. This is what we're here for. I want to hear what he said about all of this.
Also, before we even start the fucking stream, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because I think it's hilarious. So, apparently some disgusting looking ass bitch see me with somebody that was 27 years old and tried to label her as an 18-year-old. I was not with an 18-year-old. The woman is literally 27 years old. So stop. Bro, if you guys see bullshit ass narratives like that, don't even believe it, bro. Play arena dumbass. Shut up for the 5 months.
When was the last time you let your heart speak?
I'm like, bro, these niggas just keep coming up with a bunch of random shit. And like, niggas really be running with the shit and just like believing it. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about that. The one.
Where is he getting his information? No one's ever said anything about 18-year-old at all. And someone said something about a high schooler, and then she said about the younger side. So I don't know where he got his information anyway. But okay.
Woman that I was with, 27 years old. Just that simple. If I wanted to, I could just yell and be like, yo, what's your age? Blah, blah, blah. She just yell in the room. Like, these niggas crazy, bro.
So so he just confirmed that he lives with another girl. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. He just confirmed that he lives with another girl. I don't know. I mean, good. I don't know what to. I don't know. That's an interesting information.
And niggas will really believe anything. Nigga, I can be 60 years old. If I could land an 18-year-old chick, why not? I'm gonna be on some Mel Gibson shit. Like, bro, like, it doesn't matter what. Like, somebody could say I robbed the liquor store and niggas will believe it.
Facts.
So that's all I gotta say about that shit.
What I was saying before.
You guys should know this all cap. Like, anybody speaking bullshit on me clearly is cap. There's no reason for anybody to speak on me IRL that don't know anything about me. Because I don't know, whatever bitch said it was clearly some ugly, gross ass looking bitch.
In a world where there's the benefit of the doubt, there's the world of no benefit of the doubt because you're a terrible person. So, and don't get me wrong, he put himself in that position to where people don't think anything about him, you know, where people don't give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he deserves the benefit of the doubt, but we cannot sit here and avoid the other side of the coin where someone else is also being a fucking weirdo. But hey, that's just my thought, bro. Let me know what you think. I expect hate. I expect people to look at me a little weird. I don't care. I'm coming in here and looking at this from a logical point of view as opposed to a popular point of view of I hate LTG, therefore everything everyone says about him has to be true. Like I'm not a sheep. I use my brain to and break things down based off evidence in the world. I've given you evidence of different people. I've given you the Anthony Edwards evidence. I've given you the Corey Kenshin evidence. I've given you the Leonardo DiCaprio evidence. I've given all evidence to support my claims that are just straight facts. So I don't know what to tell you from that point on. I imagine it's going to get toxic, but I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to just be like, look, this is just my point of view. It's the internet. All right, well, bye.